Alright, so it's nice to be recording again, and this is my To Kill a Mockingbird map project. So I've been working all weekend on this little neighborhood, and I guess we'll start with the Finch's place. So this is the Finch's place. I don't really have a quote for it. Also, if the sound is really quiet, this is just a side note. If the sound is really quiet, it's because I can't turn it up, and I worked really hard to get all of this figured out. In fact, this house was on fire before during a sound test. So, yeah. Anyways, it sounds really quiet, but this is the Finch's house, as I have labeled it, and I don't have any villagers in here or anything, but I do have this one Morphodite. Morphodite. See? It's the Morphodite from To Kill a Mockingbird. This is the house I tried to do the most accurately, even though it's not very accurate. The most accurate, inaccurate house. I know that they had a fireplace because Calpurnia kept the fireplace going. I knew that Gem and Scout's rooms were connected to each other, so I put a little door in between the two. From when Dill visited one night, and I didn't know where Atticus's room was. So I just didn't give him one. I just gave Gem and Scout one. I guess he sleeps down here in the kitchen. And so here's just a small kitchen. Lots of bookshelves around because Atticus is a big reader. So that's the Finch's place, and that's the house I worked the most on. Also, it was on fire for a short time. Mrs. Rachel's. So this is the house that you first read a quote on. This one I didn't work on very much because it was just minor character house. This one you'd read quote number 5. So that says, Miss Rachel next door had Auntie over for coffee in the afternoons. And if you're just watching this just because it's a Minecraft video on YouTube, this was a project I had to do for English, and I decided to do Minecraft. So just generic house, kind of similar to the other ones. Even though since it was in an old Alabamian house, Alabamian, I'm not sure, house, it would have had probably a second story and some pillars and stuff, but you know what, I felt like making just an ordinary house. So here's Miss DeBoe's house, and for that you read quote number 1, and I never close these doors, and here's her bed, and here's Jem's chair where he would sit reading to Mrs. DeBoe's, and I almost forgot to show you something about Mrs. Rachel's house. Let me go over there really quick, and I forgot to set a timer, so this might stop, and it might be really awkward for me. Here is her pond and her hedge, and in this chest are Jem's pants. And why did I put apostrophe in pants? Now I feel stupid. But yeah, and pond and his pants, because they were playing strip poker, and so, you know, you had to have his pants there because that's where he left them. Or he supposedly left them. Mr. Avery's the wood carvers. I just didn't really do much for his house. I didn't even give him a bed. No, he's really only mentioned as a minor character and kind of part of the Morphodite because they shaped the Morphodite after him. And for Mr. Avery's, you read quote number 3. Miss Maudie's house. We have to do something to. Here it is. Flint and steel. So we're going to go inside here. Miss Maudie is again a generic house, except for she has a fireplace, because that is how her house burnt down. I didn't give her a bed because it was going to burn down anyways. So let's just light this thing up and watch it burn. And so it burns down. And then here, and for Miss Maudie's house you read quote number 4. So for Miss Stephanie Crawford's you read quote number 6. And I don't even, yeah. She has a room too, but no kitchen or anything really special. And we'll just watch as Miss Maudie's house burns down. Nice chimney though, I have to say. Oh, you're not supposed to spread. Silly fire. Oh yeah, and I also gave her a little garden because she's a flower keeper. And so now we go down the street to the Radley place. I made the Radley place look a lot different. Oh, and here's just two generic houses, because the Radley place is, quote, 3 doors to the south, and I put a big arrow in the sky pointing to the north, even though that way is technically north. This is my north. And are you catching other houses on fire? Because I thought I put you far enough away. Hold on, I need to make sure this doesn't catch my other houses on fire, because I don't want that to happen. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, the Radley place. 3 doors to the south. You requote number 2 for it. And my voice sounds really bad right now, but you know, whatever. And I wonder if they're still in here, because I put them in here this morning, and then my brother's friends came over. Nope, they're gone. So you know what we have to do? We have to spawn some cats for him to eat, because apparently Blue Radley eats cats. So yeah. I made this house look really creepy with the pumpkins and everything, and just all this crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm still recording because I'm lagging out. Then we have the oak tree. Oh, and the light pole. The light pole's right there. That's just where I put it. And the oak tree. Also, we have the very minor curve in the road, but it's not like the turn up here. As you can see, it's not like a normal turn. It's just very hard to do a curve with blocks based on, well, blocks. So this is my best curve, and it sucks, but you know what? It's a curve. So that's the curve in the road. I believe that's mentioned when, like, Tim Johnson the dog is like, they're talking about it, and like, oh no, the curve will stop him, or he'll follow the curve, and the fence will stop him. And here's my fence, my wall fence, and it's just supposed to be a haunted house type deal. Real spooky. And back here is the school. And I really didn't do much with the school. I don't even want to go inside, but you know what? It's only pressure plated once, so. Yeah, really little roof, just kind of there. Didn't fill anything in because it was getting late. But yeah, there's the school. And I forget the quote for that one. I don't think I even have one for the school. I just kind of put it there. But I do remember something like, Walter Cunningham was like about to eat a pecan that fell from the fence into the schoolyard and just about poisoned him. So that just gives a clue that the schoolyard is behind the Radley place, and they have a tree going over it, and the kids can get to the pecans or whatever. I know I didn't draw this build this exactly to scale, because I mean some of the houses are missing or something like that. But you know, I did my very best, and I guess that's all you can come up with. And look, here is Miss Maudie's house now. It's kind of dead, like this house was, until I had to fix it. And this over here, this is probably where the courthouse would go off into the town and the courthouse and all that. So that's pretty much the map. I think I gave all the quotes for each part. Oh, and yes, I even built the car garage for Atticus's car, because apparently he has a car, he just doesn't use it very often. So yeah, I guess that's that. Also, what I love doing, one last thing. Really quick. Have to grab the right stuff. Oh, hold on. It's on peaceful. I love doing this. Just watch them burn. Die, you little creepers. You deserve this for all the times you're blowing me up. Okay. So that is the Map of Maycomb from To Kill a Mockingbird. Thank you for listening to my terrible voice.